All right. So, what's happening, guys? My name is Clarence Brown. I am a relationship coach, a certified relationship coach, and author. Also, a host of my own podcast called the Male Translations Podcast. And so, I appreciate you guys for allowing me a few moments to kind of tell you about how I make money using YouTube. I have three ways personally that I make money through YouTube. There are many different ways that I make money, but these are the most consistent ways that I'm able to make revenue using my YouTube channel and using that as kind of like a traffic funnel to my website and to other things that I offer as well. So the number one of the three ways that I use and I utilize YouTube to make money is I had to be creative, right? And so I use my podcast, which is a weekly show that I have dealing with relationships from a male perspective, but I use that as leverage to allow me to reach out to other small businesses within my area. I'm in Florida, so with the businesses and the people that are around me that are striving for greatness, I said to myself, hey, let me be somewhat of kind of like a radio personality or a promotional outlet for these businesses to be able to get their message to the people that they're trying to reach with their products or services. And since I have a weekly show via my podcast on YouTube, I said to myself, what I can do is I can go to these small businesses and say, hey, listen, I'm a radio personality. I have a talk show dealing with relationships. At the same time, me being a host of this show, I can come in, give you an interview as the owner of the business, as the CEO, the founder of this business, give you a personal one-on-one interview, also come in and detail your business with using some of my camera equipment, some of the things that I have that I use for myself and my podcast. I go out and use those same tools to this person's business to say, hey, listen, I will feature you on my podcast. Also, I'll make a small commercial or a video promotion for you to be able to go out and use that to put into media kits, to put into social media for yourself, to also further your chances of reaching the people that you need to reach to offer your services. So that is one way that I utilize YouTube, because when I use those videos to put them out on my channel, people feel very grateful for being able to have their business be on another platform outside of their own, to be able to reach another audience that they may not have been able to reach. So as I build my audience, I can use that leverage of me having a weekly show and also having an audience that tunes into my show to then be able to say, hey, listen, I'll be able to put you in front of X amount of viewers every week. And at the same time, this does a great job of allowing you to have another vessel to reach folks and promote your business. So with the fact that I have a YouTube channel and actually have a weekly show, that is a way for me to leverage that. And I'll charge anywhere from $50 to $250, for just coming out and interviewing these people, giving them a video breakdown promotion for something that they can use for themselves and go out there and, like I said, market themselves. So a lot of people don't have those opportunities. So now with me being local, I can come over and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. You can check me out. You can follow me here. You can subscribe here to see what it is I'm doing, and let me come out and feature your business. Let me feature you as a small business owner to be able to further, and grow your client base. So these are things that people see value in. And for me, even though it's something that I'm just using this YouTube channel, it was a way for me to use my creativity to say, hey, even with the fact that I'm just starting a YouTube channel, I can use this as leverage to make revenue and also reach out to be somewhat of a fixture in my community. So that's one of the three ways that I personally use YouTube to create revenue for myself and my family, just by having the channel, just by saying, hey, I'm now starting to make myself more of an influencer in my community with certain things, and now I can utilize and leverage that. So Also, like I said, there's many other ways to make money via YouTube. These are just my three ways, and I know everybody may be in different lanes and different areas of business. So what may work for one person, it may not work for the next. And like I said, while I've made money in different areas, I recognize these three as the most consistent ways for me. So someone that may be having a podcast yourself, or doing some things that are in a media space yourself, sometimes it's hard to try to figure out how do you monetize that. So these are my three ways. So like I said, the first one being using my channel to leverage myself as an influencer and someone who can feature businesses and business owners to market and promote their businesses, and charge them for me coming out and interviewing them, and me coming out and getting video content and b-roll and putting all of that editing together. And it takes time and it takes work. And if you know how to do that, because you do that for your own personal videos, there's so many different easy softwares that you can use to make 2, 3, 5, 10-minute videos for businesses to be able to see a value and be able to put themselves out there in front of the market more than they already are. All right, so number two, I use digital products through my website, and the traffic comes from YouTube. So as I said before, having a weekly talk show on my podcast, weekly content, and putting things out where I have videos that I'll break down into 3, 4, and 5 different parts, just to be able to further my views and also increase and stretch the content that I have to be able to have more that's going out for my audience. I use that to draw traffic through my website, to my website, by putting captions in the videos, by making sure that I'm mentioning for people to subscribe and follow, and also go into the description to check out products that may be relevant to what I'm doing, that may be able to assist them. That's one way, as far as like using affiliate marketing. And then also, like I said, using those same videos to drive that traffic through the description, through the messaging, through the captions and everything that's within the content and the videos, to drive them to my website, right? The reason why I do that is because, when you're driving them to your website, whatever you have to offer, those people are more interested and more likely to buy what it is from you after they do their homework. And you know how we always do, when anytime we see something new, a new product, or a person that's pitching or offering something, before we spend our money, especially depending on the price margin, we're going to do our research. So going to that person's website, being able to kind of pick through that and look at and find out who this person is, get a better understanding of them, then that increases your trust that you created with that person, and then they're more likely to buy something for you. And also, they're probably going to look for more content that continues to reinforce that message that you're trying to get across to them, and whatever offers that you may have for them as well. But this is a huge thing, because a lot of people aren't making a living off YouTube alone. Like you've seen, many different presenters have kind of brought that to your understanding. But using YouTube as a way to generate traffic, generate a buzz, and then redirect those people who have interest in liking in your content to a place where you can offer them something, to where you can say, hey, if you like this, also, these are some of the things that I'm offering to be of assistance to you. So that content that you create to entertain that person will redirect them to something where you can offer them something. If you have a product or service, or you're a small business, or, even if you're an affiliate marketer, you're still redirecting them from your page to a place where they can make a purchase of something you feel like they would have interest in, and you can get a profit off of that by getting a percentage off every sale that's made through the link that's in your description box in your YouTube. So these are things that have been around for a long time, but at the same time, not everybody is privy to them, because of course, there's new people jumping on YouTube and trying to put their best foot forward and get out there to make an impact on people's lives. And with that being said, there's more and more people that's jumping into a space that you may feel right now. So how do you monetize? How do you decide to take a hobby and turn it into a career, or something that you can actually live off of? And, like I said, these are just my way, using digital products like my ebook, like I'm finishing up an online course to help women with attracting a quality man, right? So with me being a relationship coach in my space, and I'm talking about relationships on my podcast, I'm recognizing the need within that space, and I said, you know what? Let me create something that can be of service or be a solution to the problem that I'm seeing in this area, right? And so now I have something that is giving me purpose, right? To be able to know how I should drive my message within my content. So I'm going to speak about the problem that I see, but at the same time, I'm going to speak about a solution that I'm able to offer and then redirect them to my website for those digital products. And those digital products, after you created the infrastructure and you created the front end, then now it's all mailbox money on the back end. Not only are you making an impact on people's lives and you're helping them with a problem that you know that they have because you've been in this area or in this space long enough to know what's going on, but now you're utilizing the traffic that you're able to generate through speaking to people's pain points and speaking to their needs within your videos and redirecting them to a solution that you offer on your website. Right now, the reason why I do that is this. What I found out as an entrepreneur and as a small business owner myself, even as a relationship coach and becoming an author and things like that, I found that when you use third party, what I want to say, just say if you use third parties, a lot of times that cuts your profit margins in half, if not more. Case in point, I didn't know that me making writing a book and putting it on Amazon, how Amazon was going to give me $3 for every $10 I charge for my own product in the hard copy. So with me selling my book for $10, but being it on Amazon, if someone bought it on Amazon, I would make only $3 off that $10 that I'm charging for my book. This is just an example, right? But if I sell that same book on my website, then I get the full $10 for every book that I sell. So I told a friend like this because he said, hey, listen, why don't you just put it on Amazon, let it sell for $3 and just push it, let them people buy it off of Amazon. I said, well, I'd rather do the extra work for the extra profit margin. If I sell a book for $10 and I sell 1,000 copies, well, 1,000 copies at $10 is $10,000. Well, if I sell that same book on Amazon and sell the same 1,000 copies, I only make $3,000, right? $3 times 1,000 copies sold, then I only make $3,000 off that same product. It hadn't changed any, but yet my profit margin is a lot less. And for me, I'm willing to work for that $7,000 difference. So for me, this is why it's more profitable for us to have that ownership and have a place for people to buy products firsthand from direct to consumer so that we're able to benefit the most from the things that we create. Because what I found is I'd hate for me to create something and only make a fraction of what I feel I put my hard work into. So I want to get the full benefit of what I put my work into. And so that's why I drive people to my website and I do the extra work. Doing the extra work meaning creating the content, meaning doing the shipping, doing the handling, making my labels, making packaging look nice for people, going to the post office, shipping it out. Right. The more you sell, the more you're going to have to do this. And for some people, that's that's extra work. I don't want to have to do all of that. But for me personally, if I want to make that huge difference in the gap of how much I would make by selling things personally through my website and what I would make for it being on someone else's website, I feel like it's worth me doing the extra work personally. And so through YouTube, I've been able to find ways to monetize what I'm doing and creating my own products for people within my lane and seeing ways for me to be able to draw a percentage from things that people need that I can promote through my channel, like affiliate marketing, as I said. So with you going to Amazon and you setting up an affiliate account, you can have links for different products that you can attach to your videos within your description, that if a person then goes and clicks on those links and purchases that product, you make a percentage off that sale. Now, that's just free money right there. All you got to do is take the time and set up the link and set up the account, right? And so for that, I feel like these are ways that people maybe don't know about or just haven't tapped into enough yet to recognize the benefit of it when it comes to just utilizing YouTube. And like I said, I'm just speaking on three personally for the time that I have, right? But at the same time, these have been the most effective ways for me to utilize YouTube to make revenue, to sustain myself and sustain my family and grow my business, to allow me to continue moving forward into my goals and my purpose. So this is why I wanted to just take the time. I just wanted for everybody to be able to understand a few ways, for me personally, that I'm using the YouTube in real time to be able to make revenue and to actually further my business and be able to make an impact on people's lives. You can do the same thing. And all it is you taking the time to understand it a little bit more deeply. All right. So I'm Clarence Brown, relationship coach. Go to my page and check that out. I hope y'all have a great day. And I'll see y'all. Peace.